artificial intelligence is not going to take away your jobs. It's people who know artificial intelligence who will be taking away your jobs. I ran away from my house to go to a boarding school at the age of 15. I used to keep changing channels to find the ads where we had no connection from Bollywood whatsoever.
There is a me which is beyond that problem and beyond the mind.
Yeah.
And that's what in our scriptures we call the soul. Now, how do you stay grounded and real in this world of social media?
I think we're going through a bit of a social crisis.
Always look at the better side, which we don't have.
Yeah.
And we forget things which we do.
Yeah.
And to have gratitude for the things we do.
People say it's not easy. Like, how do you learn?
Yeah.
If somebody has to teach you, what's the technical aspect of meditation? We all need half an hour of uninterrupted silence, of boredom, loving every bit of this conversation.
Hi, namaste to the Birla Open Minds family. I'm so happy to see all of you here today. And with us, we have a very interesting guest, Sukhmani Sadana.
Yes.
And she has a diversified expertise in many fields, I must say. So she's a brilliant writer. She's also an actor. She's also, I just got to know, into a lot of adventure sports. Her films have been shown at the international festivals, including Cannes. And she's also a host to many prominent events like the IPL. And the list goes on.
Yeah.
I missed anything you can add?
No, he's not missed many things. Obviously, it's not possible, in a show to mention all the accomplishments which we have. Vice versa for you, right? It's impossible to introduce someone like a celebrity like you in a short period of time.
I'm just an industrialist, that's it.
No, of course not. You're doing great work. This being one of them is such a charitable thing that we're doing here, right? Yeah. Trying to help people and reach out to them and spread awareness in any way. But thank you for the introduction. And I'm very glad that I'm here. And yes, there's a lot more that we've done. But fortunately or unfortunately, life kind of puts us in bullet forms and defines us in 5 or the 10 accomplishments that we have. But we actually, as human beings, have so much more to ourselves. And that's just scratching beneath the surface. Is never ending. But thank you for having me over.
Amazing. I'm sure the children will be inspired to hear that you're doing so many different things.
Yeah.
So it's not, I think for them taking home is not one particular career you have to choose and keep going by that.
Yeah.
You can do many things and be good at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's start, Sukhmani, to go delve deeper into this journey of success of yours. So, of course, we all talk about our childhood, which is beautiful. But how would you describe your childhood and what were the early influences which shaped your personality as we see today?
I find myself surprised, catch myself surprised sometimes in terms of where I come from is such a basic upper middle class family in Amritsar in Punjab, where we had no connection from Bollywood whatsoever. Business families, moms in a school, father's a simple guy and all of that. But I think I was always a bit of a black sheep in the family, where people are conventional around you and then there's one girl who wanted to go to a boarding school and I ran away from my house to go to a boarding school at the age of 15. I think I was always very inspired by books. So when the books showed that there's a school where girls live by the bell and, boarding school vibe and all, like, I'm a Libran. So I think I'm a bit of a dreamer.
So am I.
You are a Libran?
Yeah.
So we're dreamers,
we
right?
Can dream together.
Yeah. So, just living out of I think I was just living in a book in my head all throughout. Dreams were too big. Went and then I studied in a boarding school in Dehradun called Welham Girls, which is like maybe one of the best boarding schools for girls. Then went to Lady Shri Ram College in Delhi University. And then I came to Bombay to do a course in marketing and advertising in writing. Basically, I felt that I wanted to do something to do with ads. And that's how my ticket was. One-way ticket I got to Bombay. Everybody's story is the same, I know. Rags to riches, sort of. But I think my dreams were always a little like I wanted to sit on a show like this and talk to inspiring people like you, so I could learn something from you. I wanted to get here. So I think it was never like chasing the seat to sit here and talk to people like you. I think I always knew I was meant for bigger things. So the journey is just organic. I was never chasing the wrong thing. I was just like, I don't know. I think you just know sometimes, I guess, that you belong somewhere else.
So Sukhmani, whatever you said seems like a dream story, and is definitely not a black sheep, but a dark horse.
Say that to my parents.
Yes, 100%. I'm sure if they haven't realized it as yet,
They
I would love to tell them that, because it's amazing. Coming from where you came from and the kind of things you have done,
Yeah.
I think they should be proud of you, and I'm sure they will be. Whereas a lot of parents don't express it,
Yeah.
and that's something which, as parents, I'm a parent also, we need to do sometime more often.
Of course.
But inside, the joy is immense when your child
Yeah.
is going out there on a belief
Yeah.
and making it successful. So well done.
Thank you. So sweet of you. Thanks.
Is there any childhood memory that still impacts the way you look at life, which is very positive? I can see it. But what childhood memory can you attribute which is important enough to shape up the way you think and the way you do things?
I mean, there are two, I would think so. Sometimes all families go through a financial tough time. I think I might have overheard something when I was growing up, realizing that money is so integral. And when you're a child, you think that family being together is all that matters, and, just being all of that matters. But when you hear something like that and you realize that, oh, money is important for all families to be happy. I think that's something where at one point I realized that I need to be independent and I need to make my own money. And I don't want to be that girl who's just like relying on others. And of course, my family beautifully picked up and, went through a tough time and they're back and, roaring again in life. But it changed the way I was shaping, that I have to be financially independent. I don't want to be banking on my father, and I don't want to be banking on a husband or a boyfriend. And of course, if people are showering you and pampering you, that's bonus in life. I think that's one thing. Second, of course, I'm born and brought up in Amritsar. I think the Golden Temple plays a very important role in my life. So the Golden Temple is made out of marble flooring, right?
I know, I've been.
So there's one patch where one of the marbles may, ungli dal ke aise you have to follow from the in to the out, like a puzzle.
Yeah.
So I remember when the electricity used to go in Amritsar, which was a very common thing. Nobody had generators and inverters. We didn't have. So we used to go to the Golden Temple to sleep because it was cooler next to the Sarovar. And I used to see so many poor kids just sit there. And that's what the game they had. We had Nintendo, we had Xbox, we had all those games at home. We had colorful televisions and stuff. And these kids, ka puri raat game was to put their finger in the in puzzle on the floor and find the way out. And then they were so happy just doing that every time they got the exit. And then again and again and all. I think that's something that I remember visually so well, that you don't really have to have a fancy childhood to enjoy. I saw these kids. So, for them that was joy. So even today when I go to the Golden Temple, and I might get off from my Mercedes now, but I still go sit there and I still do the puzzle of and then every time my finger comes out of the exit, I get so happy. Just simple joys of life. I think the learning from that for me is, even now in my house, I have something which says enjoy the small joys of life. For me, just this sip of coffee, if I love it, is simple joy for me. I think that's one thing that I learned is big things will happen and keep coming in your life and keep going. It's literally the small, cute things that people do for you, do for them, which really go a long way, at least for me.
So that's also an amazing point to get across, because I think there's a lot of conversation now about everything being technology oriented and artificial intelligence, and all the children are exposed to smartphones at a very young age.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of research is being done that getting into too much technology at a young age has its own handicaps. And sometimes we have to go to the simplicity in life.
Yeah.
The Golden Temple, doing those things.
Yeah, climbing the trees,
playing hopscotch.
and like dark in the room, and hiding in corners of your homes,
Yeah,
playing
so-
dark in the room, that kind of stuff, you know?
So we've grown up with that, and it always feels nostalgic.
Yeah.
And I think today's generation is kind of missing out on that. Even I read yesterday there's a simple letter writing or a note. You preserve it.
Can you imagine?
Nobody writes it because
I
of
still
text or email.
Don't judge me, but I still write letters.
You still like
I
so
still
that's-
give handwritten birthday cards. I even make the birthday cards.
So that's amazing because my daughter, when she was growing up, every birthday she used to write me a lot of notes, and I made a whole file of them sequentially, and I read it again and again, and then I feel, wow, we've grown up so soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, so these kind of things I think touch your heart,
they do.
and they touch your soul.
Yeah.
So I just feel, of course, we move ahead with the world and the technology, but sometimes we have to go back to the basics.
Yeah, and
As
these
you
kids,
said.
I really feel like, I mean, I'm not taking away from the fact that they have AI intelligence and they have their laptops and with them already, but I really wonder when they grow up what's going to be their nostalgic moment. I hope they have something.
I hope they have.
Because it really drives you in life, you know, these
You're
nostalgic
absolutely true.
moments.
They're just so good. They just give us get us a smile even
on
we
your
just think of
face.
it.
I
no?
hope they have something for themselves.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure there'll be
Yeah.
something coming up which will.
Maybe they'll think of Alexa and
What the Alexas told us when you were young, or
Siri
you're
and
making a
Alexa.
mistake. Well said. Very nice and sentimental, nostalgically
Yes.
put. Of course, you're a brilliant writer. You've written lovely books, and I think everybody knows that. What was the point which inclined you towards writing? Was it from the beginning, or was it an inspiration at some point of time? Or when did you come to know
Yeah.
you were a writer?
Yeah.
And what did you do?
I actually had no idea. You know, one of the most beautiful things I've read is even at 40 or 60 and 70, people really don't know what they want to do with their lives. But the society is made like that we're forced to think that who are we, what do we want to do and stuff. But I used to, in short, Yash, I used to really enjoy watching ads in between shows. And people used to, you know, how people switch channels to watch the show or the movie. And the moment the ad comes, they change the channel.
Yeah.
I used to keep changing the channels to find the ads. So I was like, pata nahi kya karna hai life mein. I don't know who I am. People say I should know. But one thing I know is I enjoy advertisement. So I came to Bombay to study advertising and marketing at Xavier's College. So I'd studied that and then I joined an advertising agency called Ogilvy and Mather, O&M. So I wrote ads for them as a copywriter. And then producers and directors started reaching out to me saying, hey, would you want to write a feature film for Bollywood? And I'm like, Bollywood? Oh my God, you know, I'm going to be in Bollywood. So fast, you know, and then I wrote films for Kunal Kohli and I wrote for Vikram Bhatt and I wrote for, then I moved to Karan Johar, then I worked for Balaji. And then when you taste blood and you taste Bollywood, there's no going back from that. And then Netflix approached me to write something for them. And my director, Ali Abbas, who made Sultan and Bharat and all, he gave me an opportunity to write. Then I co-wrote something with R. Madhavan Maddie, which was on rocket. It's called, the movie's called Rocketry.
Yeah.
On ISRO and NASA.
Yeah.
And then the film I wrote with Ali Abbas for Netflix was Jogi, which is on the the anti-Sikh riots, which happened after the Blue Star operation in Delhi. Very intense, very deep topics. But every time I was like, when the first time your director or producer tells you this is the subject, I used to get so excited because I was like, oh my God, for the next 3 months, I'm going to read a new topic, which I have no knowledge about. Rocketry. Like, I have no idea about rockets and Blue Star operation. I wasn't even born, but let's get to know. And, you know, then my first phase of research is so exciting for me. You know, I want to get all my printouts and I want to read all the books and I want to watch all the documentaries. Then, before I knew it, you know, with the blink of an eye, I realized how much I enjoy creating. Now, with age, I feel like I enjoy creating scripts. And I realize how creators are like that. And you know what I'm saying. You give me a house, I want to create a house also. You give me interiors, I love interiors also. You give me vegetables, I want to make something fun of that as well to cook. So I feel like if you have a creative knack to yourself, it's not only applicable in movies. You are a creator, true Libran, you'll know, we love beauty and arts, right?
Yeah, absolutely true.
Love beauty and arts. You give us anything and tell us, hey, create, we enjoy it. Give me blocks, I want to create something for Lego. So it's been a very organic journey. And acting is something which I was never thinking of doing also. I didn't even think I was pretty or anything. I was like, Bichari girl next door from Amritsar, just writing. But then it just so happened that many of the directors and producers, when I was narrating the scripts to them, which I had written, and we have to enact it, right? So I'm like, no, 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 then she says this, and then I would emote the scenes. So every time they'd be like, hey, why didn't you only act, yeah? You're narrating it so well, you look fine. Let's just try you out. So pehle I was like, me acting? No, 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 sir. So that's what happened with me at Yash Raj. So I was pitching something to Adi sir, Aditya Chopra, and I'm reading, and he's just going on looking at me like that. And I'm like, why is this guy staring at me? I got so conscious. I'm like, he's got a good reputation. Why is he staring at me? And then he's like, you're going to act in my next show. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you're the lead in my next show. I am just seeing you and you're that girl and all.
So I think the take home from your lovely conversation is highly inspirational. I have to really accept it. But the main thing I think for everybody is what you said in one line, that creativity can be used in different areas.
Yeah.
We always think creative is, okay, now we are a writer or we are a painter or we are a singer. But that's not it. The capability of being creative or the quality of being creative for children, you don't need to choose a particular career. You can just evolve into whatever you find is your job. And you can have all. You put all.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very interesting point. I've not heard it,
Yeah.
to be honest, recently or for a long time, that a person has so many multifaceted creative abilities. Like
We just do. I don't know why we box ourselves and limit ourselves. I always say we're limitless, man. Like at any point of your life, if you feel your career is not working for you, you're not a tree or a human being, just pick up and just try something else. What worst case scenario, you'll not excel at it. No one's asking you to put all your whole bank balance in it, but just give it a shot.
very good, I must say. Very good.
So yeah.
Okay. Now in this beautiful journey, everybody here, everybody has some challenges, and we have certain things where we feel, oh my God, that phase of life was so difficult that I just didn't know how to get out of it. Ultimately, obviously, we all do, with grace of the divine. Do you remember any phase of life like this, or what happened, whichever you can talk about?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Many, Yash, I would think so. And I hate flowering things and, hiding away from the fact. But I would think so even right now as we speak is a tough time. And many, many tough times in life have happened. Like, so it is for everybody.
for everybody.
For everyone, right? I think the only thing that's changed in me is that I would say I embrace it. I'm very aware of what I'm feeling. And if I'm going through a tough time, I'm not someone who lives in denial. I am, even currently, I'm going through something. And I think the fact that right now we're chatting and we're talking about it, but I might leave from here and be bawling in the next 10 minutes. I'm absolutely aware of my emotions. I think that's number one for all of us is, hey, just sit down with yourself, say, I'm not feeling good about something in my life. This needs to change. And see it from a bit of a practical point of view and work on the solution part of it. Then just keep mulling on what's not good. If it's not good, it's not good. Of course, everything cannot be perfect. I just wish it came to me earlier to be able to focus on the other 8 beautiful things. It's only when you meet a girl who's fat who's going to look at me and say, hey, I wish I had a body, man. And I'm like, and I am so ungrateful for it. Or somebody says, what, you used to, both your parents are alive. I lost both of mine. And then you're like, thank you, God, mine are alive. Why do we have to wait for such moments to realize how grateful we should be for the other things? But our nature is like that. That one thing that's not going fine just becomes so magnified. It's that one elephant in the room which is looking at you and staring and saying, I'm not good in your life. And you're like, God, that white elephant in my room, can you just go away? So I think tough times are going to keep coming. Embrace it. Go with the flow. Like the conversation we were having earlier. But easier said than done. Easier said than done.
I agree with you. We all have those times, and we can talk idealistically what is a solution, but easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
But I think one point you got across, I must say, is very what we talk about soul and spirituality, is that acceptance. One is accept that the more you deny, the more it'll upset you. So if you have a problem, face it. Second is something you said, that you kind of said, like, you watch the problem independently. Like, you're sitting here and we are talking and chatting and laughing, and the problem is there, but it's just there. It's lurking somewhere. So when you don't identify with the problem, is when we realize that there's something beyond. The problem is our mind thinking to be a problem, but there is a me which is beyond that problem and beyond the mind. And that's what in our scriptures we call the soul, which is away and independent of any problem, right? And that is why we must believe that these problems will go, because the nature of the soul is to be at bliss always, to be joyful always, right? And I think you put it in different words, but you were saying exactly what
I was saying exactly. That's why you're the communicator. I was saying it should be the other way around. But sorry, I know you're supposed to ask me the questions, but how do you deal with something like this? I think the audience would love to know, what's
so
the trick?
as you said, it happens to us. It sometimes we can say in every day we have certain challenges which don't make us feel jubilant. So for me, of course, I'll go into the theory very briefly, that spiritual practices are important, whatever you believe, whatever religion is, whether it's a prayer, whether it's meditation, whether it's chanting, which kind of creates an aura of positivity around you, whether it's pranayam, or just simply faith in God. See a picture of a God and have a conversation with him like he's your friend. See Lord Krishna in front. Talk to him as a friend and say, hey, that's what I'm feeling. So a belief in a higher power, basically, and connecting to it always eases us out. The other thing, as human life as yourself, we all know, if we go back, there are a lot of problems which seemed unsustainable through our childhood, through our growing years, maybe last week. But we are here. We are here independent of those problems. Those problems, whatever happened, they came and they went. And so shall this. So if that went, so shall this. So why fixate on it? Like you said, accept it, stand away and see that this is what's going on.
So true.
And it'll pass.
Everything will pass. Depending on, time might vary. But you're so right. If we've dealt with what we had in our childhood, then we will deal with anything else.
Exactly. So have faith in yourself. You can get out of every problem. And you emanate that confidence that you will get out of whatever the problem may be.
Oh, I have. That's a decision I took many years back, saying regardless of what happens, I'm going to be happy. No one can take that away from me.
So that's very inspirational for children, youth, because they have their own set of problems. And I think a lot of people nowadays are talking about children's mental health and the pressures of studying or whatever, X, Y, Z. And I think this is the way you have to look at life.
Absolutely. Problems will come and go, but accept it. Just be aware of it. Write it down on a piece of paper. And sorry, I know you're wrapping up on that question, but what worked for me a lot was, I always feel like if you and I are sitting here right now and I'm thinking about my problem, if you just thought this was an eagle sitting and flying and sitting right somewhere there and he or she is looking down with the bird's eye view, it's such a petty thing. And then in Maharashtra, 2 people sitting in one house out of millions of houses, sitting in one country out of so many continents. Kya hai tumhari problem is such a small thing?
So that's a really brilliant thing.
Bird's eye view.
A bird's eye view, very interesting. And if you look at it as an eye view of the whole universe, you can imagine, now this is city, this is the world, then there's a earth, then there are planetary system, then there are galaxies, and then there are many galaxies. And what are we? Not even a dot. Not even a dot.
Such a big thing. My problem. I put on 2 kgs. Really?
I'm sure you've lost 2 kg, the way you look so fit now, so you must be.
I'm giving you a hypothetical
giving an
thing,
example,
right?
I know. But
my favorite shoe broke. Oh my God! When you go to that galaxy, that shoe is not even. It's inconsequential.
So true. So these things help us make a problem not smaller than it is, to make us realize that actually it's nothing much. And then it'll pass, and then it will pass. That's the main thing. Another thing which becomes, I don't know, it's a bane and a boon, is social media. So we all love to be on social media. It's a way of life, and we can't even not be away from it. But it also sometimes takes you away from reality, sometimes from your within, from your soul, because you're living in a different world.
Yeah.
And what appears on social media is not always true, because it can always be doctored or projected in a way the person wants it to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, how do you stay grounded and real in this world of social media? Because I think everybody's struggling with this. There's a lot of people now getting addicted to social media.
Yeah.
So what would you suggest for that?
Yeah, I think it was fine till last year, but I think this last 1 year it's gone to another level. You know, with AI coming up with, it's just getting impossible to stay updated. You know, kal tak we had Instagram, we were all okay with it. We had Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Last 1 year, with the evolution that's happening, thanks to Mr. Musk and like some few people out there, with Chat GPT and with so many other things, and Instagram especially, I think we're going through a bit of a social crisis for everyone. I see a lot of people, especially youngsters, wanting to not be on it anymore and just keep swiping. So it's called brain fog, right?
Right.
It's a brain fog. The first thing when you wake up in the morning, they say for the first 15 minutes, if you are on your phone seeing random visuals which have no relevance in your life, it's dead information. If tomorrow you are waking up every morning to see what I ate for breakfast and what all of them ate for breakfast, it's irrelevant information for you.
True.
Versus sitting with yourself saying, hey, I'm going to have a beautiful day. These are my joys for the day and this is what I'm going to do. So much more beneficial, right?
course,
Rather, utte ekdam neend mein, you're just swiping. And then the other very important thing is, I think everyone's projecting their life to be so amazing. It's giving a complex to people. It's leading to jealousy. It's leading to comparisons.
Right.
Everyone's just comparing.
Yeah.
And what it's happening in the process is you're not even thinking of what the amazing things you have, which others don't. You know, I saw a beautiful video the other day where a guy is parked, in a Lamborghini on the traffic signal and a chopper goes and he says, oh, I wish I had a chopper. Then the other car comes and looks at the Lamborghini and says, hey, I wish I had a Lamborghini. And a bike comes and parks next to that car and says, I wish I had a car. Then a guy is walking on the road and saying, oh, I wish I had a cycle. And one handicapped person on a wheelchair is saying, I wish I could walk. It just doesn't stop.
Wow, I love that. I love that story, or that medley, or whatever we call it.
It's
amazing. So it's basically you're always wanting something else. You always want something more, and the human mind is like this. You get that one thing, and you feel satisfied for maybe like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then or maybe a day, and then your desire moves to something else. And I think in our scriptures, they always say that best is to keep working hard, not think about the fruit of your actions, and to some extent be desire free. Enjoy what there is and live fully. I think you covered it very well with this helicopter to handicap story. It's very well.
Because आपके traffic signal में आपको left वाला ही दिखता है, so आप अपने left वाले को देख रहे हो. But at no point do we turn on this side and say, hey, thank God I'm walking at least.
Amazing.
I sent you this video. It's
amazing.
It really
I actually loved it.
Stayed with me.
I think it's for everybody, and we always look at the better side, which we don't have.
Yeah.
And we forget things which we do.
Yeah.
And to have gratitude for the things we do.
Yeah.
Will make things better.
Yeah. I just hope that even I might be sitting here and sounding so wise and all, but I hope I can execute all these things in my life a lot more. I need constant reminders, It's a show like this where I could be sitting here and everyone could think like, wow, she's got it all sorted. But no, we don't have things sorted. And we also need reminders. And I literally have to tell myself time and time again that, hey, Sukhmani, in principle and in theory, तेरे को सब समझ में आता है, but are you really following that in life? That's where the real test is, right?
That's the human mind. We all have that. We all believe in something, but sometimes it goes here and there. As long as it comes back home.
Yeah, as long as you come back home, it's all good.
So coming back home to me personally, is what I told you earlier in the conversation, is some spiritual practice, right? Whatever it may be. What are the spiritual practices, if any, which you choose to follow?
Yeah. So I meditate. I try to meditate every day. Where I go wrong is I feel like when I'm feeling a low in life, I start meditating and it really helps me.
Yeah.
But when I'm back and I'm normal and I'm happy and I'm good, I don't meditate then. So that's a bad thing. That means you are only going to the temple to pray to God on a rainy day. And when the God's given you what you want, then tata bye bye, thank you, God. I'm going to see you on my next bad phase. I do want to change that about me.
No, God doesn't judge.
I know.
Even if you remember him at bad times only, there's a verse in the Bhagavad Gita that there are people who love Krishna selflessly. There are some people who love him to achieve moksha, nirvana, whatever. And then there are some people who love him only and talk to him only when they want to ask something.
Yeah.
He's saying, of course, the dearest to the person who has selfless love. But the person who is asking something also, he's still coming to me. So he's also dear to me.
That's true. That is so true. Well said. Not going somewhere else, still coming to me.
Yeah, so don't judge yourself. Whatever you're doing, do it.
But I find meditation beautiful and I want to do it a lot more. Because those 20 minutes for me, sometimes I am just like, I don't want to open my eyes.
Have you learned it from somewhere?
I learned it, yeah. So I did an inner engineering course with Sadhguru. So, no, I didn't know any better. I didn't know where else to go.
Yeah.
So, when you don't know how to meditate, look, people say, it's not easy. Like, how do you learn?
Yeah.
If somebody has to teach you, what's the technical aspect of meditation? Like, how do you see people sit like this? Because I sit there and I have thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. The first time when I connected, I was like, how do I open my eyes and stop doing what I'm doing? I don't know where all I reached and it was insane. But now, because I don't practice so much, like suppose if I had to sit outside right now and start meditating, because I've not done it, I might connect, I might not connect. It might take me longer. But if you do it often, sometimes you'll sit without even a breathing exercise, you connected.
So Sukhmani, I feel what you said about the first time when you meditate and what happened to you does not happen to everybody. So we all believe we are on a journey. The journey doesn't have to start in this life. We all believe in some kind of reincarnation theory. And it has started.
Yeah.
And it's come to you again. And it's for you to pick it up in a serious way. Because if you felt such intense peace and calm, then it's also our deeds to follow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a personal suggestion. Just keep meditating every day. It'll take you to a different...
Do you meditate?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day. Every day.
That's amazing.
It's like the day doesn't...
You start your day with it or you end?
No, end. I'm a night person.
Night person?
Yeah, so I love meditating at night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Sometimes you need like a recall and someone to just kind of reiterate that, hey.
So, the divine, when you go into his journey, to the journey towards the divine, there'll be a lot of opportunities in life which will keep coming to you because you take one step towards him, he takes 10. God, divinity. So since you're already on the path, you'll keep getting reminded, like I'm reminding you now, that you are on the path. There's nothing I'm doing more than just telling you that go deeper into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Wow.
So, but then you have to be there's willpower.
Yeah.
Because we all keep thinking, oh yeah, we will start. It's another day. Today I'm busy. Tomorrow, next week, I'll be back home from a holiday. Let's start. So there's a saying in Hindi, जो कल करे सो आज करे सो अब.
बिल्कुल.
Right?
बिल्कुल.
So don't postpone these things because there's a whole world there for you to discover and be happy about. Yeah. And I can see it is for some reason going to give you great
I mean,
joy.
it's literally just half an hour of your day and like, that gym, that 1 hour we make time for, the same for meditation as well.
We do so much. This Instagram scrolling, people scroll for 2 hours and I don't know how they say we don't have time.
Yeah.
They say we don't have time for the gym. I said, why? Go to the gym and if you're on a treadmill, keep looking at Instagram, keep walking.
Yeah. So true. So true.
So...
no, you're an inspiration that way, the way, you're focusing on your health and your spirituality. It takes a lot. And like you said, time we all have. It's just, they are just excuses. And the ones, either you can keep giving excuses or you can just keep getting better mentally, emotionally, physically every day. Every day is a loss if you've not made it to the gym and you've not.
Every day is a loss because
what you've not gained is a loss only,
And every life has a limit. I mean, I'm not sounding grotesque. We come at a time and we go at a time. And every day we are moving towards that.
Yeah.
So every day lost.
Yeah.
Is time gone.
In money they say, what you've not earned is what you've lost.
Lost, yeah.
Similarly.
So
Yeah.
Get it.
Get it. I'll be calling you next month and I'll be like,
Please
yeah.
do so, and I'll check on you.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether you've done it or not. My homework for you.
Yeah, what if you call me and I'm like, I'm sitting on the peak of the Himalayas, मैंने सब त्याग दिया है.
जब इसके वापस आना पड़ेगा आ जाएंगे
Yeah,
आप.
of course.
So that's great. If you have 3 tips for leading a more soulful life, what we're talking is that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have 10, but can you give us 3 eminent tips?
I would say just do things which make you happy, like if you enjoy reading, whatever makes you happy, right? But in today's time, my tip would be, one would be do things which give you immense joy. Don't listen to anyone. If it's spending time with your family, reading books, walking in a garden bare feet, like I love my feet touching ghas.
Yes.
So I'm a small town girl. You can't take some things away from us, right? Like this joy I feel in skin contact with grass. So whatever works for you. But I think what's really important in today's time is we all need half an hour of uninterrupted silence, of boredom. You need to be mentally not stimulated all the time, talking to you, then talking to them, making small talks, being chirpy, then Instagram, then staff, then ghar, bacche, ye, wo. Half an hour, you need to get bored. Feel it. Boredom, I think, is true
Amazing.
meditation.
Yes.
You don't think during childhood, when
We
there was
used to
no
get
book,
bored.
no
What
phone,
do we
no
do?
TV, I had to stare at a wall.
Yeah.
I knew every वहाँ पे कहाँ छिपकली बैठी होती है, कहाँ क्या होता है. These are the stupid games we played, right? That is very important for your mind to relax today. You can't go to a hill station. People go for holidays for 2 days. No. 4th day when you start getting bored. 6th day your mind will start slowing down. 8th day is when you'll reach, oh my God, I'm so bored. That's when you actually are slowing down. We're going from holidays to come back to need another holiday to rest from the previous holiday, and that's our lives. We've filled it. We've made our lives so compact to not be able to think only कि हो क्या रहा है.
Have you ever done a spiritual book?
Like read,
No, written.
written.
You're a writer. No, I'm asking you specifically according to what I'm hearing. You know what? So some things which you're saying. So one is spirituality, as we all know it, scriptural lineage, what we study. And one is how to practically apply it into modern life.
Yeah.
A lot of things have been written.
Yeah.
And some things what you're saying are actually very beautiful. And I'm actually saying it that way. So you talked about this boredom, and even probably a lot of us don't realize it, because when we are alone, we'll start talking about, okay, let's read a spiritual book, let's meditate. Of course, there are other people who do so many things. How to get bored and not bored, that itself is also spiritual,
Yeah.
right? So, and this all trains your mind how to quieten down. You mentioned that. And it also trains the mind to accept situations and not keep trying to think something else.
Yeah.
So, that goes in your spiritual book.
Guys, you have an upcoming spiritual author here. Please add it to my biodata. Might be a flop.
No,
Maybe nobody will buy a book, but I have one client here.
100%. I will read it before it is released. No, but seriously, whatever you said was amazing.
I love it. Like I can especially lawns, like I can just be hanging in a lawn staring at birds.
Wow.
For me, that's meditation.
Okay, so then basically, Sukhmani, we're talking about in the heading Soul Science. Soul Science is a book which, or a subject we teach at our schools, because a lot of times we get nowadays involved only in the, what would I say, academic curriculums, which is history, biology, maths, whatever. But we all are forgetting what we are.
Yeah.
And there's very few, like you said, the Gurukuls earlier, which used to teach history,
Yeah.
mathematics, astronomy, but they used to also talk about the spirit, the soul.
Right.
So this subject is basically talking about that, not only spirituality, but how to lead a more meaningful life,
Yeah.
right? So that's the subject. We grade the students on this subject, so it becomes meaningful. It's not like just a pastime,
Yeah.
so that they take it a little more seriously. So I think the next section we just take some saying from this book, and then we can have a discussion on it.
You have a proper book?
Yeah, that's the book.
That's amazing.
So that's Soul Science for grade 5. Every grade has a different
And what a
level.
beautiful name, Soul Science.
Yeah, soul
Such a
science.
simple thing.
The science of the soul.
But so simple.
Yeah, it is. So it really is, because the soul has a science to it. Now people say it's religion. It's not. It's beyond religion, because it's a science,
Right.
right? So
Doing great things here, I must say, literally. I know it's you hear it all the time, but stuff like this, just doing that and contributing to the society while you're alive, while you can and you have the capacity to do
yeah.
it.
So when we started this chain of schools, Birla Open Minds, we have almost 200 of them. This was one of my requisites to the curriculum team, that we have to have this subject, right? Because we have to teach the children. Because this is not only a subject, it makes you enjoy the other subjects, makes you perform better. As we all know, if whatever we've been speaking about, it's basically all to do with leading a better life. Leading a better life also makes leading a more successful life, because you do whatever you're doing, your profession, in a better way, with more joy, contentment, and happiness. So it'll also improve other facets. It's not only just going to teach you about the soul, because when you apply this knowledge to your life, the life also starts changing for the better.
Yeah. And the earlier you start, the better it would be. We had moral science, but it was not the same. We used to have moral science. In
So
school.
I had moral science. That's exactly the reason. So the moral science period for us was a free time. We used to look forward, because we used to go out of the classroom,
sleep.
go sleep, go down to the canteen, have an ice cream, come back. So it was like a blast. But not
We have to do it, yeah. You have to do it in a more beautiful manner, so it's enticing for a child.
Yeah. So now that's the evolution of this.
Lovely.
So one sentence I pick out from this book, which is in grade 5, the key to change is to devote all of your attention to creating the new rather than trying to destroy the old.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing that, I think like how we see a glass and it's half empty and it's half full. It's your perspective. It's the same thing. Now you can keep focusing on, hey, my glass is half empty. How do I fill it? Versus just flipping your eyes and seeing the bottom side of it and saying, hey, my glass is half full. People are empty glasses. So rather than focusing on what's not built, and, if we can just focus on the construction of what is in control, what you can control, what you can focus on, and how you can make it better, is the right way. If only such wisdom was there in all of us and we could understand that. Correct me if I'm wrong, and if I got it
absolutely right.
Otherwise, I need to go back to school and also study.
Not
soul
at all.
science.
You said it very well. Basically, it is that a lot of our effort goes into negating what we feel is wrong,
Correct.
instead of creating what we think is right.
Yeah.
Because what is wrong will have its own level of destruction.
Yeah.
Right? We need to create, because that's what we are meant for.
Yeah.
The destruction will happen by itself.
Absolutely. And what we were discussing about earlier, that, instead of just harping on the problem, if you can see it from a practical point of view, like the bird eye we were talking about, and just focus on the solution part of it, what new you can build, same time is being used for something productive than being for something destructive.
Yeah.
And human mind is at night when you're lying down, and for 3-4 hours, if you're thinking of that one bad thing one told you, versus those 3 hours could have been spent on something else that you can do tomorrow. Time management.
So true.
So what we were taught, at least in inner engineering, was that every time your mind is stuck in loop of something, like, going back to the exercises you were talking about. One of them is come back to present. Bring yourself back to
present moment.
Visually, blue table, you're looking good, what are you wearing? Smell, hearing, AC, birds. Bring back your senses and being lost in your thought. So it's actually just an exercise, child exercise, but it works. Eyes, start watching what's around you, green, start hearing, start smelling. So though your rut mein jo atka hua hai mind, she said this, she said this, she said this, how could she, he said that, you just snap it. So you got to keep bringing yourself back to now, present. We wander to the past.
I'm actually looking around in the room.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at things
Which you would have never
I've not
noticed.
noticed.
Yeah.
And I'm trying, there's no smell here, but I'm trying to get something. But you make so much sense.
Yeah.
To come to the present moment. So, the greatest spiritualists and the essence of our scriptures always say that the only reality is the present moment, right? The past has gone, it's just a memory. Let's say our childhood, it's a memory, it's gone.
You can keep living in it.
Keep living in it, but it doesn't exist. The future has still to come.
And there's nothing you can do to control it.
There's nothing you can do to control it. And what is to come, we keep thinking, and then we keep worrying, and then we keep fearing. And sometimes what we are fearing never comes, and there was nothing to fear.
Yeah.
So how to make the present moment, which is the only reality, the most productive, so that future also will shape in a better way.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So that's why we come in most spiritual practices and in meditation to the present. That's now.
That's the one thing I want to nail in life.
Yeah.
Because
Just
I'm
come to
somebody who really enjoys my moment. Like, I'm loving every bit of this conversation.
So am I.
Every meal I eat, I enjoy it. Every shower I take, I love it. Every time the hot water, I'm like, wow. I want to just get to the 100 on 100 point there that I'm in the present.
See?
Every person.
Another point for a spiritual book.
Yeah.
You have a lot of points. Just write it. It's honestly, it's a lot of people may say all what you're saying in a very fancy way from scripture, but you're putting it across so practically that I think children from school will also understand.
Because you need practical guidance than bookish stuff, like generally how things can happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so now that's the last section.
Oh.
It's just, you can keep talking, right? Okay, and this is like rapid fire, whatever everyone says. It's called a soul chat. Yeah. So I'm just going to give you a sentence, and you can answer in a word or just a phrase, whatever comes in the first 10 seconds to your mind.
Okay.
So just quick.
Okay. Done.
Not our usual elaborative conversations. I find it difficult because I keep talking, and I'm sure you do also because you're also talking.
Oh, rapid must be rapid only.
Yeah. Okay. One word that best describes you.
Me? Empathetic.
Amazing. Spiritual book. Acting or writing, if you had to choose only one forever.
Writing.
Creative. Books or screens, which inspires creativity more?
Screens.
Lovely. A script you wish you had written?
Oh. Mughal Azam.
Amazing. What a film.
Yeah.
I've seen it 4 times.
Yeah.
One mantra you live by?
Live and let live.
Very good. A superpower which you wish you had?
To be able to fly.
The bird's eye view.
Yeah. What a view I get from there, man.
One thing no one knows about you. I don't know. Sounds a little intrusive, but just say.
Let them not know then. That's my rapid answer.
Okay, fair enough. One childhood habit you still have?
Eating chalk. I know.
Does it taste good?
Did you guys ever eat chalk? Yeah?
No.
You're playing tambola and housey and stuff.
No.
You don't want to know.
Doesn't taste
This is
good,
what
I'm
happens
sure.
to girls from Amritsar.
And it doesn't taste good, I'm sure.
It's calcium. It's good for your bones.
really?
Yeah.
So then
Chalk is very good for your bones.
Got a hidden benefit.
Do not try this, kids.
No.
Please, okay? Please stick to food.
Okay.
Green vegetables are good for you.
Cute habit. Where do you write with the chalk nowadays?
Now,
You use it?
I have a blackboard, yeah.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't work. My writing doesn't happen till I
You put it on a blackboard.
sketch things. Notepad or something. I need to first scribble it out. I can't just go straight to the laptop.
So that's interesting. To get your books, you first make a blackboard ideas,
Yeah.
then you put it on like a picture,
Yes.
and then you transform it into a book.
Yes.
That's good. That's educative
Creativity
for
is
children.
weird, right? Like it comes to you in different ways.
Very nice.
Yeah.
If kids were your teachers, what would they teach you?
How to laugh a little less and not so loud, because my laughter can shake the whole house. So I'm just kidding. Yeah.
No.
Innocence. Innocence and purity,
Good.
for sure.
What's more important, winning or trying?
Definitely trying.
Yeah. Also, spiritual. One breathing technique every child should know.
Breathing. Uh, what's the right word for it?
Anulom Vilom.
Yeah.
Alternate nostrils.
Yes, because they say that your nostrils are switching
Yeah.
throughout the day anyway.
Yeah.
You don't even realize it, but you're always only breathing from one nostril.
Yeah. And when both your nostrils breathe equally,
It's an alignment.
it's an alignment, and
With
you
it.
reach a spiritual zone
Yeah,
which connects to the divinity.
correct. So I tried that during my meditation, and I could actually feel a little lightheaded
Yeah.
because you're forcing both your nostrils to
Yeah.
open up.
So it automatically happens during meditation. After some time, both your nostrils open.
Really?
Yeah. So then that's the easiest connection because there's science to it. Let's not get too technical. They say the Kundalini energy is based in the spine.
Yeah.
And that's connected straight to the top of your head, which is connected to the universe. That's a connection we have.
Correct.
And when you breathe from both the nostrils equally, this all aligns and connects straight up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the answer though.
Okay, so great. So we have some questions from the audience for you, Sukhmani. So I'll just quickly go through them. And if I want to add something, of course I will. But it's primarily for you. If you could redesign the education system, what is the one thing you would change for today's children?
I would add a soul cycle book to the academics.
So she agrees with me that soul science is a must.
It's a must.
Take it seriously and learn a lot from it.
Yeah.
How important do you think creative arts like drama, writing, and storytelling are in a child's curricula?
Extremely important. Extremely, because during your primal years when you're growing up, academic is very important. I get it. But that's going to keep happening. You're going to keep growing up and keep learning. The more you travel, the more you learn. The more people you meet, the more you learn. Knowledge, it doesn't end at any point of your life. But during your primary years, when your character is being made and you are being made in your way possible, is when arts, culture, theater, all of this forms your personality. These are not things which are academic. They are personality making or breaking sort of subjects. So they're very important for you to open up your creative minds, to understand emotions, to understand sensitivity. And that's not bookish. That's just a feeling. I would give it an equal importance that I would give to maths or to history or to
Amazing.
biology.
I agree. That's so true.
Yeah.
Completely agree with you. The next one is, if you could give one piece of advice to students today about balancing studies and passions, what would it be?
I mean, parents might hate for me to say this,
No, say.
but I would give it a 50-50.
Very good.
I would give it a 50-50 because eventually passion is what's going to make your career.
Yeah, and of course, studying today because of the progressive world is very important.
Yes.
Academics are very important. But in history, we've always had people who really didn't even complete school, and we have to, so let's not get wrong.
Yeah.
But they're one of the most successful people, entrepreneurs, businessmen today.
Absolutely.
So it's your passion again.
Chances are you will end up having a career in your future not based on the subject you've studied in school,
Yeah.
but what you love doing. And that is passion. So
Yeah. Very
let's
true.
be safe. If I was a parent and if I was a teacher, and I had to answer this question, I would say play it safe, study well, and focus on your passion as well.
Very true.
Right.
Very true. And that's why I think the new education system now makes you choose from certain subject which you might want to take as a career.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, what role do you think schools should play in developing emotional intelligence in students?
You need it right now. It's important. Again, I read this beautiful quote somewhere saying that artificial intelligence is not going to take away your jobs. It's people who know artificial intelligence who will be taking away your jobs. Tomorrow, there will come a place where you will probably be kicked out or replaced by someone else, but just because the person, your competitor, knows artificial intelligence and the usage of it better. So, how we have had to upgrade ourselves and update ourselves with every passing decade. Similarly, for you, that's the need of the hour right now. The systems are working like that, technology is working like that, our machinery is working like that, our laptops are working like that, our phones are working on AI. If you don't know it, it's just you fighting something which is the way forward. So either we can have our egos come in and saying, hey, I don't want to have a phone and I want to be on this detox, but without a phone, you're not going to be able to do up a job. So you need to surrender. Like I always say, technology is coming up. Embrace it in the most beautiful way. Use it to your advantage. Don't become the slave of AI and technology. Use it to your advantage. You're the human. You're the smarter one. Use technology to your advantage than the technology using you. So,
Amazing.
yeah, I would say.
Well said. Lots to learn from that. As someone who has hosted more than 100 plus events, wow, across the century, can you give some tips on how to be a confident and appealing speaker? That's actually a good question.
It's a good
Because
question.
you speak so well
It's a good question.
and you've hosted so many events. And I think a lot of people, students get stage fright, get anxiety. And how do you overcome it and become such a good, confident speaker like you?
You know, if it helps you, let me tell you, I was not like this at all. I was that shy, awkward, skinny, lanky girl who would be in the corner. Ki bas just don't put the spotlight on me. मुझसे तो कोई कुछ पूछे नहीं because I was so petrified. I thought I couldn't speak proper English. I thought I didn't look good. I was just like the person who's asking the question, if you feel the same. There are only two things. One is fake it till you make it. It's cheap advice to give, but confidence can be, you can pretend to be confident when you're not. The second thing, which I hope for you, is that you actually become confident, which is the case in my case. Now, I did start off by faking it. Now I am confident. And that only comes with more talking. Break out of your eyes, of your comfort zone. Talk to people, stumble, fall, look foolish, be stupid. But the only thing that actually gets you confidence in life is exposure. Travel a lot. Speak with all sorts of people. Hang around with the people who you want to be like. They say you're an average of the 5 people who are around you in your daily life. Daily life. The 5 people who are in your life. You're going to become an average person of those 5 people. So if you want to be confident, surround yourself by confident people. If you want to be successful, hang with successful people. Because every time when they're talking, you're going to go home and saying, what am I doing? You know? So confidence is a long game. It comes to you. But up till then, if something needs you to be confident, try to, be out of your comfort zone. But I would give all my confidence, I think, coming from just interacting with people what we were discussing and traveling.
Amazing. Very well said, all of them. And I'm very happy that students from all over the country have such lovely questions for Sukhmani, sorry. And because I didn't mention the name of the schools, so the question number 1 was from Nasik, second was from Gwalior, question number 3 was from BKT campus, question number 4 was from Singur, and the 5th was from Danapur. So we have a countrywide audience listening to you.
How sweet.
And you are inspiring them thoroughly.
Thanks to you for giving me the opportunity and being able to help anyone if I could, in whichever way I could.
I think that was an amazing and insightful conversation. I really mean it.
Yeah,
I think I have learned couple of things from you.
Please don't say that.
I'll
It's
have
the
to
other way
take it
around.
home. No, I love some of the things you said. And I'm going to try and imbibe it, especially the bottom part, because I'm also a person who keeps trying to do something.
Yeah.
I can't just sit and do nothing.
Yeah.
But it's important because that nothing is everything sometimes.
Yes. Absolutely. And the reason why your childhood is so memorable for you is because you were so bored then. Trust me, that's why you remember it.
Yeah, very true. So thanks, Sukhmani, for coming, giving your time, and you do so many things. I'm sure time is also a challenge for you. And of course, to giving time to children and tomorrow's generation so that they can shape their lives better
Yeah.
is a great social cause, if not more than that. So I'm really grateful for you to be here.
Likewise.
Thank you so much.
Likewise. I do want to say it's, between your hectic life as well, taking out time and contributing to the society, you don't have to do it. No one has to do it. But when you have the ability and you make the most of it, I would say thanks to you and all the people who you're helping out. This is just me, one person sitting here. You're doing this time and time again with people. So in the long run, see how much you would have contributed. And the pleasure is all mine that I was sitting here and having this conversation with you.
Thank you. And I did learn quite a lot of things from you. So thank you for that also on a personal note.